Anytime is after midnight. 11 p.m., guess what? It's after midnight. So what time do you feed the damn thing? Hey, what's up guys? Coach Scott here with Ask a Personal Trainer, where every Friday you can ask me any question about fitness, nutrition, or whatever pops in your mind. Like, why hasn't Hasbro got with the times and made free parking a place where you can earn some money? I mean, as a kid, I know when we used to land on free parking, we got a little bit of moolah. I'm pretty sure you play the same way. But for some reason, Hasbro hasn't updated their rules and regulations. So Hasbro, if you're watching this, get with the times and make free parking a place where we can earn some money. Now, if you would like to ask me any questions, please go to my Facebook and Instagram stories, or you can drop them below this post, or go to my YouTube channel and ask me some questions there. Also, please be sure to follow me on both Instagram and Facebook. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel so I can keep coming out with great content for you. I really enjoy doing this. All right, so let's dig into last week's questions. First question comes from Brittany, and she asks, is it awful for you to eat before bed / late at night when you're steadily working out? All right, guys, so this is a very common question, a very common myth out there in the fitness world, where people still believe that if you eat past a certain time that you're gonna gain weight or you're not gonna be able to lose weight. Look, we're humans, we are not mogwais, this is not the Gremlins. We do not have certain rules where if you eat after a certain time, you're gonna turn into some crazy monster.
And probably the most important thing, don't ever feed him after midnight.
Look, all right, let's talk about these rules for a second. This is the last animal I would ever want. 1, you can't take it outside during the day, it'll die. 2, you can't give it a bath because you can't get it wet or else it's gonna start multiplying everywhere. So the thing's gonna smell your whole house up like crazy. And 3, you can't feed it after midnight. What does that mean exactly, after midnight? So midnight to 1, midnight to 5 in the morning, midnight till 9 in the morning? There's no specific rule because really any time is after midnight. 11 p.m., guess what? It's after midnight. So what time do you feed the damn thing? But anyway, back to your question. So when it comes to food, if we're eating at 8, 9 o'clock at night, we go to bed in an hour, the food does not change its molecular structure. So if we eat a snack that's like 100 calories, say, while we're sleeping, it doesn't just completely change to like a 300 calorie snack and then automatically morph into fat and then we just gain weight. That's just not how it works. Yes, our metabolism does slow down a little bit while we sleep, but not enough to where it's gonna make you gain weight or stop you from losing weight. The problem that we have here is, and the reason why this myth exists, is because we overeat at night. Think about it. Whenever we are eating at night, it's usually in the form of a snack. And what are we doing when we're eating? We are relaxing. We're usually watching our favorite TV show. We're just relaxing from our day of work, of working out. We just want to relax. So now this becomes a habit, and habits are very hard to break. And when we grab a snack, it's usually in the form of like cookies, potato chips. It's definitely not anything nutritious like yogurt or blueberries or anything of that sort. Also, when we're relaxed, we don't realize how much we're actually eating. We may think that we're just gonna eat, 2 or 3 Oreos. Next thing we know, we're watching our favorite show, whether it's Game of Thrones or for you ladies, Bridgerton, and then we're just like eating and eating and eating. Next thing we know, we've eaten like 1 or 2 sleeves of Oreo. Well, guess what? That's gonna add up. And yes, the molecular structure of that food does not change, but you just went from 2 to 3 Oreos, which is 140 calories, to 2 whole sleeves, which is over 1,000 calories. So guess what? If you're trying to lose weight and you're in a calorie deficit, are you gonna be in a calorie deficit anymore after that snack? No, you're not. So the key here that I'm trying to tell you is, if you want to lose weight or not gain weight, you need to be in a calorie deficit. It doesn't matter what time you eat, whether it's 9 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock at night. If you wanna lose weight, you gotta be in a calorie deficit and you gotta watch what you eat. And yes, Brittany, with you working out, it will help because you are putting yourself in more of a calorie deficit when you exercise because you're burning more calories. Also, you're most likely building muscle. So as we know through science is, the more muscle we build, the higher our metabolism is, because that's just more muscle our body has to move. So it costs more calories to move our body. But even if you weren't working out, and as long as you stay in a calorie deficit, you'll still lose weight. Obviously, exercise is gonna help you even more. So if you are exercising, but do find yourself overeating your snack, I'm sorry, but exercise is not gonna outdo a bad diet. Again, you need to stay in a calorie deficit. Just remember those 2 words. If you ever watch any of my videos about weight loss or nutrition, calorie deficit. Remember those words. All right, so moving on to our next question. This one is from Cassidy, and she writes, Does shaving your head bald increase your run time? I see somebody's got jokes. I feel like this is a personal attack on me. Well, funny thing is, it could, and here's why. So I went digging through my school's library to try to find any articles on running and body hair and head hair, and unfortunately there aren't none, which I think is weird. So I did find a study. It's not a peer-reviewed study, but a guy who's a triathlete who works for Specialized used their wind tunnel. He shaved his entire body to see if having less hair would make him faster while cycling. And the crazy thing is, it did make him faster. So during the 40-kilometer time trial, he found out that he was 1 whole minute faster, which in that type of race makes a huge difference. So there was another scientist who decided to duplicate what he did. He had 5 people with different types of body hair go through the exact same trial and got the exact same results as a triathlete, about 1 to 1.5 minutes better on their time trial. Now it could help your run time if you're doing a long distance run. If you're doing a sprint or anything under probably a 10K, it's probably not going to help you much. So just go ahead and keep all the body hair you want. But if you're doing a marathon or ultra marathon, it actually might help and it might shave your time by a few minutes. Now let's get back to the bald thing, because I just want you to know that bald is beautiful. I mean, look at this and this and this and this. And you can't tell me that all of this is gorgeous, especially this guy. Anywho, those are our questions for this week. I really hope that you enjoyed all the answers I gave you. And remember to please follow me on both Facebook and Instagram. If you would like to ask me any questions, you can ask me in Facebook and Instagram stories, or drop them down in the comments below this post, or go to my YouTube channel and drop their comments there. And speaking of my YouTube channel, please subscribe. That way I can keep creating more content. I'll be having more stuff coming out. So when you subscribe, you'll know when it comes out. So I hope you all have a blessed day, and thank you very much for watching.